What's going on? My name is Jack Lane. Welcome back to a brand new video here at the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the Borderlands, as it had its first opening weekend this weekend and it hasn't done so well. When the reviews came out, the early reviews, I made a video talking about how bad the reviews were and how it would affect this film, but apparently its opening weekend at the domestic box office has bombed, and this is where we're at. So this is an article from Screen Rant yet again, and we're going to take a look at what's happened here. So the Borderlands bombs in opening weekend at domestic box office. Ilroth's Borderland had a disappointing debut at the box office, earning an estimated 8.8 million while playing 3,125 locations nationwide. Despite being a highly anticipated adaptation of the popular video game series, the film's performance has been nothing short of catastrophic. However, according to sources, much of the film's budget was already covered through international licensing deals, potentially softening the blow of its domestic performance. So they're not really going to worry about money, if they've made the majority of it back. Borderlands features an impressive cast, including Cate Blanchett, Kevin Hart, Jamie Lee Curtis, Jack Black, Edgar Ramazin, Ariana Greenblatt, among others, which begs the question, what went wrong? The plot centers on Lilith, portrayed by Blanchett, a notorious bandit with a mysterious background. She returns to her home planet Pandora in pursuit of a vanished daughter of the movie's villain, Atlas, played by Ramiz. During her journey, Lilith teams up with a diverse group of allies. Roland, who is played by Kevin Hart, a highly skilled mercenary. Tiny Tina, who is played by the wonderful Ariana Greenblatt. A young expert in explosives, Tanis, who is played by Lee Curtis, and an eccentric scientist and claptrap, Jack Black, a witty and sharp-tongued robot. Together, the unlikely team forms a coalition to aid in search of the missing girl. Borderlands was also directed by Tim Miller. Last year, the movie headed for the reshoots that were booked in already, but Roth was unavailable to direct due to scheduling conflicts at the time. As a result, Deadpool director Tim Miller was drafted in to help oversee things, and during a chat with Collider Steve Winterberg and Peter Nimoff, he admitted to loving the freeing experience of getting the film across the finishing line rather than shouldering the weight of being responsible for the entire film. While also revealing his love for the video game franchise, he said, "It was an interesting experience to come in and do some reshoots on a movie that's not yours. It's a freeing experience where you feel like I'm just here to help wherever I can. But my main reason, other than, I have a huge affection for the video game industry, I want to see every video game adaptation succeed, is, I'll be honest, I wanted to work with Cate Blanchett, and I wanted to work with Kevin Hart, Jamie Lee Curtis, Ariana Greenblatt, and the young lady who plays Tiny Tina is an amazing, which everybody knows from the Barbie movie. So it was a great experience all around. I was feeling a little rusty, so I was happy to get back into the saddle. The movie gets up and moves. It's a good ride." And Borderlands is in theaters. You can go see it now. It's got a 5 out of 10 review on Collider. So this movie didn't perform well at the box office. I'm going to get the box office numbers up here. The movie had a different director for reshoots. Could that have harmed it? I doubt it. I mean, I highly doubt it. The entire movie, I thought it'd be more worldwide, but that's shocking. There were rumors about it being like a 90 million, 100 million weekend. I said it was probably going to be less than that, and it turns out I was right. 8.8 million, the worst ever. This is worldwide. The worst, and it doesn't have the international yet. But it is the worst box office opening for a movie ever. In at least my time of looking at box office, which is about 3 to 4 years. Borderlands World wide box office. Let's see what the collections are for there. Let's see if that makes it any better. It made 16 million globally. So it picked up 8 million in America and then 8 million everywhere else. And thank God Jamie Lee Curtis has that Freaky Friday movie coming out from Disney. I mean, she needs a win with that film at this point. This film is just worse and worse, and it's not going to get any better. I was going to go see this film. Then I heard the bad reviews, and I thought better of it. Because I don't want to spend the money to see a film that I don't like. Instead, I went and saw Twisters, which I hadn't seen, and I thought that was quite interesting. That was a good film to watch. But I look at movies as a whole, and I just keep thinking to myself, like, this did really badly, and people will go, why? Oh, video game adaptation. It's not that. Video game adaptation movies have been doing excellently. This film just didn't do what the film was supposed to do. It didn't tell a story that was worth telling, it seems. It seems it was all over the place, and maybe that's down to some reshoots. Maybe it's just down to the original director's sort of opening his eyes. But when you have a film like Borderlands, which is a beloved IP, like, Borderlands makes a lot of money. The game series sales, like, it sold 87 million units worldwide. So 87 million people, or let's say 60 million people should have wanted to see this. But the reviews came out. Some fans went and saw it and were like, do not go and watch this film. Word of mouth got around and it killed the film. I'd be surprised if it scrapes up 1 million next weekend. I'm going to wait for it. I'm going to wait for this film to hit digital to watch it. Where I can rent it for like £2, have my popcorn that I have here, have my drinks, and just watch it here. Because if it's bad, I can just... It's actually £5.99 in it. But if it's bad, I can just turn it off. When you spend £30 at a cinema, you don't want to leave your seat until the movie ends, and I think that's kind of why people haven't really bothered. It's like, oh, we've heard it's bad. Well, we want to see it, see how bad it actually is. But could this be another Super Mario Bros. Situation where... I'm not about the new one, I'm on about the old one with the live action. Where this format doesn't work for this movie, where it just doesn't make sense. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of the Borderlands games. I've played probably about an hour or two of them. I want to play them. I do have them all to play. I just haven't got around to it. But as a fan of movies, this film kind of destroys that whole that gaming movie adaptations in a sense, because it's now slapping back on that sticker of video game movies are bad, which in recent years they've climbed out of that gutter. So I'm not surprised the Borderlands bombed in the box office. It's not surprising to me whatsoever. I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. Were you guys expecting more money? Were you expecting less? I mean, 8 million in America and 16 million worldwide on an opening weekend when you've had a fan base of 50 million people is awful. They should have at least taken 100 million this weekend. But word of mouth. So I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. What do you guys think about Borderlands box office bomb on its opening weekend? And will you guys be like me watching this when it releases digitally and you don't want to spend that money? You prefer to spend it on another film like your Deadpool and Wolverine, like your Twister. There's a new one with Blake Lively in at the moment, isn't it? And that movie's done really well, and it's called It Ends With Us, and I'm going to be talking about that movie very, very soon, most likely on the channel. So, yeah, I mean, looking at the box office collection, it's a sad day for the people behind this film, for the people involved with this film. But as we all know, we will be back very, very soon with another video. Like I said, drop a like, subscribe, comment down below, and stay cinematic. See you later. Goodbye.